All right, man. Follow up live stream video to the one I did yesterday, brought light flame to Teddy Atlas, hating on Shakur Stevenson's performance. Said it wasn't exciting but efficient. And somehow this video scrolls down my timeline, and I click it, and it's Rolly Romero, and he states that he used to think that Devin Haney was the most boring fighter, but after seeing Shakur Stevenson fight, he's the most boring fighter in history. And I just deal with reality. I watch a lot of fighters. I'm not a person that just watch one or two people. And I've seen a lot of different styles of fighters, and I have my own personal opinion. What I feel is exciting, and I like to hear what other people think is exciting to them. Like, what are the ingredients? What elements does a fighter have to possess to be considered a exciting fighter? But Shakur Stevenson, I guess, is not living up to some of these people's expectations who have been in boxing for some years and retired, and then there's the ones that are fighting currently. Somebody like Rolly will criticize Devin Haney. He'll criticize Shakur Stevenson and say that they're boring, but has he gotten in the ring with them yet? Should being boring to you disqualify the competitive fire in you to want to get rid of them since you don't like them so much, or since they're the most boring fighters in history? Since there's so many boring fighters in history, why are these boring fighters so difficult to beat then? Why can't you guys get rid of these boring fighters? Why is there a undisputed boring fighter? How do boring fighters become world champions and undisputed? You know what I mean? Devin Haney's undisputed champ, but he's boring, right? To some people, because he don't get a whole bunch of knockouts. But Shakur Stevenson, right, who can box, he wins rounds, don't get hit, gets knockdowns and get knockouts. Now that's boring. I'm just trying to make it make sense. Some people say Bud Crawford is boring, and I'm like, I'm just trying to figure it out. How is someone boring when they're dominating, they're getting knockouts? But like I said before, I said this yesterday, that there's people that said Lomachenko was exciting. So I asked the question, what does he do that fighters like Shakur Stevenson or Devin Haney don't do? Loma can win rounds, rack up rounds. What up, Charles? Lomachenko is cool. He can rack up rounds, make his opponent look silly, show slick defense, get his hand raised, and that's pound for pound status for some people. Other fighters do it, like Devin Haney or Shakur or Bud. Then y'all feeling some type of way. That's not pay-per-view worthy. Interesting. The pay-per-view agenda versus the sweet science. Like, you got fighters that are here to master the sweet science, get better and better every fight, and then they got this agenda going against them, saying that, you know what, they don't deserve to be on pay-per-view. This ain't pay-per-view worthy because this is boring. Mastering the sweet science is boring now. Well, what's better than that then? What's more exciting? The rock'em sock'em stuff Seeing Joe Joyce last weekend with his face all busted up, is that more exciting? Because I would have rather seen Joe Joyce show some head movement. Sweet Science, use his feet. He lost all the weight. He dropped weight, wasn't using his feet at all. Couple feints here and there would have been nice. But that's exciting. Joe Joyce, black eye, completely blazed. That's exciting. But somebody who don't even get hardly touched, beating the brakes off his opponent, dominating rounds, getting knockdowns, knockouts, that's boring. Because it's not the back and forth. Justin Trouble, what's good, my bro? Big salute to you as well. Bruce Gas Boxing, what's good? Like even in Bruce Gas, era, a lot of these guys was mastering the sweet science. But nowadays, what do these fighters, the pressure of the fighters, what do? Should they try to master the sweet science, become the best boxers, or cater to the pay-per-view model, which is I'll just go all out, for the blaze, for the blaze and glory or blaze. I guess when you're thinking and being smart, setting up shots, that's boring, I guess. Maybe we have a very impatient boxing community now where they don't understand what's going on in the early rounds, but they'll say something like Tank, right? And this is funny with Rolly, right? Because he gets knocked out completely by Tank. And all of a sudden, you're a fan. You're on payroll, it seems like, to talk against everybody else who is a threat to Tank. Devin Haney's a threat. Shakur Stevenson is a threat. They're at 135. So anybody that seems like they're a threat to now the quote-unquote face of boxing that they trying to push, because a lot of people think Tank going to win and become the quote-unquote face of boxing. So everybody that's a threat now to Tank, all of a sudden, these people are boring. These guys will never get on pay-per-view. How can you push them? What, you mean somebody who dominating people, not hardly getting touched, scoring knockdowns, knockouts, stronger at the higher weight class that he just came from? That's boring? An undefeated fighter? That's boring? Or is there another agenda set up in place to deter and derail anybody that think that Shakur Stevenson or Devin Haney is worth even entertaining? Because I think it's definitely worth entertaining. You talking about Shakur Stevenson? Yeah, for sure. If you think you're the best in the face of boxing, because, we got to talk about this. A lot of people consider Canelo Alvarez the face of boxing, and still to this day, he fights top competition. He's fighting champions. So we're going to hand off the face of boxing to a guy who's not fighting top competition? We're going to hand off the face of boxing title to somebody who don't care about belts being unified, being considered one face, one name, baddest man on the planet? We're going to do that? We're going to give him the stamp, the torch? Okay. But anybody that's undefeated in this weight class that wants smoke, depending on how exciting they are, then he'll fight them. Guess depending on how excited they are or how small they are, seem like. Because they sure been pulling up little guys. And if they're bigger, they're going to get fucking weight drained. So I think, this dude, Rolly Romero, I mean, like I say, this guy's already been knocked out. So nobody really expects anything genius to come out of his mouth when he's talking. But You got even Teddy Atlas talking against, you know, elite fighters. Why can't these guys be on pay-per-view when they're the best in boxing right now? Some of the best fighters in boxing. You know, maybe if they went out trying to push these this little champ shit agenda, and they got on some big champ shit agenda, they can promote the sweet science like they supposed to. They can talk about how what Shakur doing in them early rounds. Then they want to applaud Tank, right? And I'm not hating on Tank, but they want to applaud Tank. But Tank ain't doing shit in the first 3-4 rounds. You know, collecting data and losing. That's what Tank be doing in the early rounds. Collect data and be losing rounds. But Shakur Stevenson can collect data and whoop your ass at the same time. And y'all got a problem with that? boy. Ellerby's new flunky. Martin King, what's good, bro? He said, I hope Ryan beat Tank breaks off Saturday. Change the game. You know, I don't mind seeing the, you know, and the new, you know, or, well, that ain't the new shit. You know, the new social media champion of the world. That's what that is. But I don't mind seeing a new challenger arise, man, or underdog win. You know what I mean? What's happening, Marcus? Quick money grab. Yeah, man. So dudes is on the payroll. They on the job. Rolly, Teddy, you know, they got an issue, I guess, with slick boxers with defense. You know, they will rather Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson end up looking like this at the end of the fight, like Joe Joyce. I'm not lying, man. They would rather these dudes fight the way Tim Bradley fought Provodnikov. See, when Bradley was boxing, think about it. When Timothy Bradley was boxing and moving and being smart, his athleticism, his defense, they didn't like Bradley. Bradley ain't shit. Watch the fight when he fought Provodnikov and was getting his head knocked unconscious damn near. You know, Provodnikov was beat the fucking, hey man, he beat that man into a whole new perspective of life. And Bradley got worshipped for getting completely blazed by Provodnikov when he could have made it easy. We seen the way Bradley boxed Marquez. They hated that shit. We seen the way Bradley boxed Vargas, except for that last round he got caught. But Provodnikov, that's what they love about Bradley. When fighters is being smart and dominating, they talking shit. When like I said before, Floyd Mayweather was dominating, wasn't hardly getting touched, they talking shit. Why is that? Why y'all got such a problem with dudes that can master the sweet science and who got defense? You know? But y'all rather these blaze face individuals to come through and tell y'all that shit is boring. You know? But watch these people applaud Joe Joyce. Say Joe Joyce has heart. He's the most exciting. They want some Derek Chisora type more people in boxing. You know, get 18 losses or some shit and say, you know what? That's a warrior. That's what boxing needs, more of that. I'm here to tell you this shit is stupid. No, we don't. We do not. We got Smellerby's nose in here, man. A lot of people on Smellerby payroll. A lot. Seem like it. A lot of people is on the Smellerby payroll. Rolly, man, you are severely concussed. Still, nothing that come out of your mouth is even deemed credible or intelligent at this point. You are just people are interviewing you for um, flame content, for flame value, because your shit is easy work. Easy work for Rolly. If you are just getting in the game and you getting busy with editing, Rolly is where you want to go. Trust me. No problem. But I see what they doing in this sport. I see what y'all doing. The ones that's really the problems in the sport of boxing, and y'all know they're a threat to y'all's favorites. And so that's what y'all do. Y'all pull out the you know, pull out your tricks out your bag. He's a boring fighter. He fight with nobody. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You know. So unnecessariness going on and a lot of hating on the top fighters, man. You know. And if you're an active fighter and you in or around their weight class, if you can go to an interview and say, you know what, these guys are boring and they'll never be pay-per-view, this, that, and the third, have that energy to get in the ring with them. You know, I do not mind seeing these quote-unquote boring fighters fight these quote-unquote exciting fighters, and then we see who wins. Let's see if you're exciting enough to beat the boring fighter then. You know, and keep your pay-per-view status, fool. So shout out to Rolly. You know, good luck on you getting your belt. But stop hating on guys who've already won belts. Dum dum. You know, he's probably one of them guys that said belts don't matter, and here he is trying to fight for one. Stupid. Like I said, he's concussed. The dude don't even be knowing what he say, and then he do something different. Concussive contenders, man. So Rolly, you know, he's a part of the haterade team of the elites, fighters who know how to hit and don't get hit, and not ended up looking like Joe Joyce at the end of the fight. I salute you fighters, man. Keep doing what you do. Keep working on your defense, you know, moving your head, because that's what a lot of these people hate today. Defense, man. Ain't that some shit? They hate defense. They love them some fucking offense. Love them some offense, but can't stand some defense. Hold up. All right, had a call come through. But yeah, man, lifeline for this one. Um, like I said, the elite fighters keep doing what y'all do. Don't fall for the trap like Bradley did. You know, he got beat damn near to a to the company man, and you know, he had to freaking retire prematurely. Bradley had still some. I mean, Bradley could have went a lot further, but you get Blaze like the Provodnikov fight, you get your shit cut short. So don't take the advice of Rolly, and don't be taking the advice of Teddy Atlas saying that dudes is not exciting because they dominating. It sounds like some soft ass shit. Hey, I'll catch y'all on the next one, man. UGC.